I'm Michelle with 2 L's.
And I'm Natalie the Red.
And we are Force of Light Entertainment.
We are the sisters of Force and Light Entertainment.
We are that. We are that.
We just like to throw that out there.
So people don't think anything else.
Because it has been mentioned.
But anyways.
More than once. All right, moving on.
Yes, moving on. I saw, for us Star Wars fans, clearly everyone knows here I'm a Star Wars fan, I saw a new rumor that kind of caught my attention and filled me with dread. Tremors filled my heart as I saw it, because you guys know I really love The Mandalorian, but I am an OG original trilogy Star Wars fan. Like that's what I first was introduced to. That's what I love.
It's the GOAT.
It is the GOAT. It is the GOAT. The greatest trilogy of all time is what it is. We need to come up with an acronym for that. But anyways, I want to show you guys this latest rumor of Disney possibly kind of messing with the original trilogy. If there was one thing I thought they were probably smart enough not to do, it's even to go back and touch the original trilogy. Like, just stay away from it. You botched the characters enough in the sequel trilogy, but don't touch the original trilogy.
I mean, you make a good point, because often remakes these days aren't particularly well received. So let alone, like she said, one of the most famous movie trilogies of all time.
That's like, let's redo Gone with the Wind. No, let's not. Let's not touch it. But anyways, let's look at this new rumor that is brought to us by Bounding Into Comics. Let's pull this up, and it says rumor Lucasfilm to reimagine original Star Wars film as an animated series. And new rumor claims Disney and Lucasfilm are planning to reimagine it's like, please just don't do it. Planning to reimagine the original Star Wars trilogy as animated films.
It's like, you guys, it's like that. Those like no one. Yeah, absolutely no one. Literally not a soul. Disney, let's reimagine the original Star Wars.
And everyone's like, oh Lord, please don't. But anyways, the rumor comes from Nick Santos of that hashtag show, who claims they are already working on the outlines for all 3 films. Please, no. Please, just don't. Just say no.
For the love of God, no.
Santos also asserts that Lucasfilm will reimagine the original trilogy films as animated films based off the Ralph McQuarrie's original concept art of the films. Not only does this claim that the films will be reimagined in McQuarrie's style, but it also asserts the films will not be a direct animated adaptation.
You're getting there.
But instead will be based off the original second draft of Star Wars. And it's like, okay. And it's like, well, Lucas created arguably one of the greatest trilogies of all time. So why would you want to go back and reimagine it with something he didn't think was as good as the final product? Like, what? Who thinks that is a good idea? I mean, that sounds absolutely terrible.
They're like, let's go get the runner-up.
Yeah, and we'll make a movie about this. Like, let's go with second best. It's ridiculous. But the first animated why can't I say that today? Adaptation. There we go.
Adaptation.
Yes, will specifically be based off the draft of Santos says. The other 2 films will blend elements of the second draft while also keeping familiar with regards of what happened in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. But you guys are getting the drift. Disney possibly doing the unthinkable.
Disney, what are you doing?
They don't know. And especially...
Who asked for this?
Do you know what's sad? Is I can really see them doing this. Because again, this is a rumor according to the source. Let's pray it doesn't happen. But I could see them doing this. Because what is their trend right now with the Disney princess movies? They reimagine cartoons in live action. So they're like, you know what we can do with the original Star Wars that everyone loves? Let's reimagine it in animation.
Okay, before those of you who are all down for the animation, give this a dislike video. A dislike.
I don't think anyone's there.
Shell, what if it's amazing?
It's not going to be amazing. That's why it's the second draft of what Lucas came up with.
What if it's the underdog of Star Wars?
It's not the underdog. And it's like, who wants an animated version? Like, just go watch the original. As if kids I can't remember the first time I watched the original trilogy. I was clearly less than like 2 when I saw it. And it's just like,
or 4. That's when you can remember forward.
No, I'm saying I was less than 2 because we know that because at 2 years old, I've got a lightsaber going around trying to defeat Darth Vader, aka our brother. But my point is, I watched it at a very, very young age. Like, it doesn't need to be animated. It's a weird reversal of their trend to make everything live action. That would be odd.
It doesn't. I mean, it's pretty kid friendly, but
it's very kid
friendly. But I will say, kids do seem to like some funky stuff.
Some animation?
Well, yeah, some funky animation that I, as an adult, that's what was so great about Star Wars was like, you know, adults.
Well, hey, there's funky stuff in Star Wars.
But just the right kind of funky, you know?
Well, but that's what you've got. You've got Clone Wars, you've got Rebels, you've got the Disney show Resistance, you've got this new Visions. You have animation in Star Wars. Like, let's not touch the original trilogy.
I also want to know honest answers in the comments. How many of you, and I assume you're adults watching our videos, how many of you honestly like kid animated movies as adults?
Man,
I don't mean like you don't appreciate ones from your childhood, but like, do you like pull them out and watch them? Do you like them?
Well, like,
I think some people do, but
some people do, but I mean, it's not my go-to
thing as an adult.
Yeah. Bottom line is Disney just needs to not ever touch the original trilogy. Don't try to reimagine it. Don't do it with the second draft, or I don't care what, just stay away from it. Stay away from those characters unless you're going to do a Mandalorian type thing where Luke is awesome, but just stay away from the original trilogy. That's what I want you to do.
I mean, if they did a Lego movie version,
that would be fun. No one would care about that because that wouldn't be canon. That would just be a Lego version.
I mean, I could see them doing something funny with it.
Yes, but that's not what they're talking about.
The Lego movies are actually pretty good.
Yes, but anyway, those aren't canon. Those are just given for people for pure entertainment purposes. So let's just, guys, let's really hope that Disney does not do this, because sadly I could see them doing it, even though this is again a rumor from one particular source. But sadly, with their track record, I could see it, because they will drain the life out of every franchise to get every penny possible, which I understand wanting to make money from something you purchased for $4 billion. But there's a lot of other routes to do that. And you can do that by writing good content. We'll start there. In shows like The Mandalorian, the new Ahsoka show, hopefully Obi-Wan's good. And if they can get back on track and kind of find the magic on the big screen for Star Wars. But what we do not need is an animated version of the second draft of the original trilogy. But that's just kind of my thoughts. But share your thoughts below.
Listen, I had to think about this for a few seconds a minute ago. I had to think of the exact phrase. In the words of Darth Vader, you have failed me for the last time, Disney.
Yeah, they've already failed me for the last time. So
there we go.
They can't fail me anymore after what they did to good old Gina. But anyways, guys, that's it. Share your thoughts below. Also, give the video a thumbs up and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell. That way you know when we go live, as we do every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But as
we'll see you cool cats and kittens there.
Yes, but as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light.
Bye.
And may the force be with you.